go the Freddo frog.
Go live.
Mine's still paused.
Doesn't matter. Go live. Go live. You're going live, Juliet. You are going live.
Is your end recording?
Yes, mine.
Okay,
Just shushy your facey, and you are live. Okay, you are live. You are live. So introduce everyone to our show.
Hi everyone! It is Christmas time with Cryptid Women's Society, and today we are talking about terrifying Christmas traditions.
Oh, I'm excited.
Don't we love the gory ones? Just don't we love them?
I'm excited, yeah, because honestly, like everyone needs to know it's Juliet's Christmas month, our birthday month as well. Christmas time is Juliet's birthday month. So it's her birthday next weekend or this weekend coming. And so
I don't know.
Weekend.
I don't know.
No, next weekend. And it's really exciting. Like I love birthdays and I love the fact that we get to put birthdays and Christmas together. Winning.
Yeah. Katie doesn't really appreciate that, my daughter, because hers is on Boxing Day. She does not appreciate it at all.
I get that 100%. Yeah. I've got one of my clients is actually a Christmas Day baby. And I was like, really? That sucks. And he was like, yeah, he's 72. He was like, yeah, it sucked for 72 years. Oh, you poor thing. You poor man. You poor man.
Oh.
But today we get to talk about terrifying Christmas traditions from around the world. And we got some crackers for you today. Maybe some that you've never heard about before.
Yeah, like we kind of steered away from the traditional Krampus. I mean, people know about Krampus and goes around and hits everyone with sticks and then dances, forces them to dance. And, it's definitely on Lisa and I's bucket list to go to a Krampus festival over there. Like, oh my God, how much fun would that be? So I think we'd probably just dress up too. Or we'd run around being naughty, so they had to chase us.
Yes.
You're more likely.
Yes.
How many times did you get whacked with a broom? A lot.
Numerous. Mira is here with us and she says, happy birthday.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, it is this weekend. I just looked at the date. Like, honestly, I'm just working so much.
Yeah, it is. I thought it was this weekend. So what are you doing for your birthday? Just working?
It actually falls on a Sunday, so I have the day off. So probably going out for lunch. I don't know. But Nonu's got his birthday as well. So we were just at one birthday and now it's another birthday. And
double it up. It'll be fun.
Double it up. Lots of birthday cake. They're Italian. Food's amazing.
Yeah, you get to eat heaps of food and, get really fat and then like burn it all off with your personal trainer best friend.
Yeah. I don't want to because she's really mean. She makes me cry.
I do. I do, and I'm goddamn proud of it.
She's so good at it. Yeah.
Very, very talented at what I do. And
she's good, lady. She's awesome, ladies. Come on over. And guys. She likes making guys cry, especially. That's Lisa's terrifying Christmas tradition, making men cry while she makes them work out.
There's truth in everything. There's truth in everything.
You know how many times she rings me up and laughs because she's made one of her clients cry or throw up?
No,
she's horrible.
And the best part about being me, i.e. personal trainer, is they come back. Like, I've had my clients for years and I'm like, really? Still?
OnlyFans for abuse. Get a personal trainer, it'll be way cheaper.
Actually,
it would be way cheaper.
Yeah, somebody once said to me, oh, you're a personal trainer, you must be really motivational. And I was like, no. And they go, what do you mean no? And I said, I run my clients through fear. I have their addresses, I have their cell phone numbers, I know their wives' name and their husbands' names, their children. Like, I know everything about them. So if they don't do what they're told to do, I'm coming to see you. I know where you live.
She does. She's hard. You would do great in Hollywood because you would literally be banging on somebody's door. They'd pay you. Wake up, you motherfuckers.
Oh my God, this is how we're starting our live today. Well done, Juliet.
It's terrifying Christmas traditions. It's a terrifying Lisa Christmas tradition.
It is.
Well, it's a yearly thing. It just kind of keeps going.
Just goes for an entire 365 days. Hey, so before we get started and tell everyone kind of what we've chosen today for our terrifying Christmas traditions, we've got to let everyone know what we're doing next week. Next week, same time, same bat channel, we are doing the very first ever done before. I'm pretty sure this is the very first ever done before virtual Christmas, and we have around about 10 podcasts all converging at the same time, same place in our virtual Christmas party. We've got the likes of Joe from the Ancient Enigma Files. We have the Cult of Conspiracy. We have Paranormal Radio with Trebles Garcia. We have Cryptid Creatures podcast. Oh my God. And the list keeps going on, right? So this is going to be phenomenal. It's the same time next week, same date, but on YouTube. Everyone's going to come together. And the best part is everyone's going to stream it out to their social media channels. It's going to be freaking epic.
We have got prizes. We are dressing up. I couldn't find my Grinch dress, just saying.
We are all getting dressed up, though. It is a Christmas party. We will be getting dressed up in some form. There will be wine,
or
beer. Juliet's going to be drinking at 10 a.m. in the morning.
Yeah. So. I may be mixing a little bit of lemonade with my red wine, or I'll just go all out and grab a beer. After today's like tradition, for an Australian tradition, I may need to get some beer because
maybe. But she'll be pissed over the weekend anyway for her birthday, and then she'll just be able to show up on Tuesday. She'll be fine.
Or I'll be birthday
week. But yeah, it's going to be epic. There will be giveaways. There will be freebies. There'll be goodies from all of our podcasting friends. Everyone has got giveaways for that one epic Christmas party. All you have to do is tune in. That's it. You'll be able to kind of get a taster of everyone else's podcasts, meet some cool people, start subscribing to some awesome channels, and be a part of us saying thank you for just a ridiculously cool 2025. It's been so much fun.
It has. And this is what we're all about. We're all about supporting everybody within this industry.
Yeah.
Even though we're for Women's Cryptid Society, I can't even talk to them. I'm already pissed.
Just drinking.
No, we have got some amazing guys that have supported us, and this is just like, a big party for them as well. And a kudos to them for inviting us on these shows, for guiding us, and it's just so exciting, and
it's gonna be epic next week. I fucking can't wait, man.
Yeah,
it'll be awesome.
And if we thought this year was epic, next year, man, it is gonna blow up.
Cray. Hey, the other thing that's happening next week, the Heather Amaro interview will be premiered on YouTube.
Yeah. Oh, wow. She is the coolest, most amazing woman. Like, wasn't she just, I can't even remember. We did kind of hit on a few things of Expedition X that we're not sure we're allowed to say, so those will probably be edited out. Afterwards, she was like, I'm not sure if I should have said that, so we will be editing some of that out.
Little bits, but it will be pretty amazing, and it's premiering. I can't guarantee what day it will be, but it will be later in the week next week. And just check the premieres on that one, and man, that's going to be awesome. So if you're into Expedition X, you know who Josh Gates is, you know who Phil Torres is, you'll know who Heather Amaro is. She came on to do a Q&A with us, and we're going to put that out.
And we did make a little bit of fun of the boys, didn't we? A little bit of fun of Josh and Phil, so just a little bit, but it would be pretty fun.
Can I just shout out to the Cryptid Podcast, Dano? I know you can't make it to our virtual Christmas party next week, brother. You have got our hearts. We love you to pieces, and thank you so much for showing up and supporting us. Matey Potato will definitely be doing a good shout out for you as well. He says he'll be recovering, so now I want to know recovering from what. Because it's Dano's birthday. I think he's a January the 1st baby, aren't you? A New Year's baby? Or no?
You can't start partying that soon, dude.
I know. Like, what are you recovering from, brother? He's having surgery. Okay, cool. Cool. No boozing for you, buddy. But we love you to pieces, man. Thanks so much for hanging out with us. And We've only just met you in the last half of this year, but man, it was just like a marriage made in heaven. Just lovely, lovely, lovely. Anyway, okay. Hey, I don't know what else to tell anyone other than Juliet got a terrifying Christmas tradition.
I do. Let's just start with one of the nastiest ones, shall we? And I'm as per usual,
Yes,
probably just going to ruin these names. So, but it's Christmas. All is forgiven.
Sure, why not?
Okay, so my first one is from the Alpine countries of Austria, Bavaria, Germany, Switzerland, South Tyrol, which is in Italy, and parts of Slovenia. I can't freaking talk today anymore.
Oh, yeah. I feel like I've given you that from last week. Last week I could not talk for shit. It was terrible.
Cool. So the cultural roots are pagan Alpine winter deity. So she's part of medieval folklore and a little bit of Christian stuff in there. So her first references go back right to the 10th century. So between the 10th and 13th century, she's in monastic writings, criticizing winter festivities, and like there's all this kind of stuff. So it kind of goes right back. So her name is a Frau Perchta. Okay, so Lisa's got a couple of pictures. She's known as the belly slitter of midwinter.
Holy
shit. As soon as I found her, I thought she's perfect.
I mean, seriously, the things that you pull up are phenomenal. Always the scary McClary.
So she has two parts to her. She's very dual-natured. So she's got like this beautiful female spirit of midwinter, and she's very bright and shining and loving. And then on the other side, she's called the blessing mother and protector of women and children. Well, it's not a very good picture, it's hiding her face. But on the other side, she's a punishing witch who mutilates disobedient people.
Huh.
Yes. Yeah. So she's about keeping household order. So she roams the homes during the 12 nights of Christmas, okay, between December 25th and January the 6th. So the things that she checks for: is your house clean?
Shit.
Has there been...
She had me at that.
Crap. Shit, we're dead. Done. Is there spinning? Has there been spinning and weaving, and is it completed? That was a big one. The spinning and weaving had to be completed. Cool. Did the children and servants behave and eat proper fasting meals? Okay. And so if you passed, she would give you a blessing, or she would leave you a silver coin going, hey, this is cool. Okay. But the punishment she is very, very famous for is she splits open the belly, removes your organ, and stuffs your body with straw, rocks, or garbage before sewing it shut again.
Jesus Christ. I mean, seriously.
Right. Well, okay, going back into folklore, did this actually happen? Has this come from a real... Yeah. So it's very symbolic. It's that whole thing about, terrifying children into doing their chores and behaving, and, good behavior, productivity, getting all that kind of stuff. So, so it's pretty thing. So, like I said, the good side of her, so her two forms. So she's a radiant woman. She's seen in white robes. She has silver keys at her belt, which symbol like fate and spinning. She glides silently like a ghost, and she blesses your household. So a lot of people, so those old pictures and stuff, so a lot of people will dress up as her with these white gowns and these masks and stuff. So on the other side of her, she is the hag, or the bone-footed percher. So she has a wrinkled old nose, like the old crone witches, and one large goose or swan foot. Now, this is very thing. So this is very symbolic of her being a shapeshifter, and that's why they do it. So she carries a very long knife beneath her dress, and she is accompanied by dead spirits.
She's lovely.
Yeah. So that's it. So over in Iceland and all these places, there are Perchilin festivals. It's a big long word. That feature dozens to hundreds of costume figures that run around, either as her as the good side or her as the bad side. They carry cowbells, fur fire switches, and they chase spectators around, just like the Krampus do.
Chase spectators. Oh my God. I know what my next Christmas outfit's going to be.
Yeah. So during the 12 nights, you either leave out meals of fish or porridge. You do work, especially spinning and weaving. You had to do those. Breaking the rules, severe punishment, and children recited prayers to appease her. Doors and windows had to be sealed, and candles had to be kept burning. And long bell ringing and mask runs drove her away. So, so that's
cool.
the first one.
So I've heard of her numerous times before, and I love that you've brought her up because I was hoping that you would. So anyone that doesn't know what Juliet and I do, basically we decide on a topic months ago, and then we go away and research it ourselves and then just show up. And we never quite know what each other's going to bring. And I'm always like, damn, I really hope Juliet's going to bring that. Like, that'd be really, really great. Yeah, she's awesome, right? And the slitting of the stomach. And I think that was something we spoke about ages ago when we were talking. Maybe it was last Christmas even, potentially when we had kind of like skimmed over the top of it. And one of the connections we made was a lot of these sort of traditions or these type of cryptid folklore traditions around Christmas had the slitting of the stomach and then the filling it with something else, or the pulling the intestines out or something, but it was always about the stomach. And I guess that refers to things like food shortages and that sort of stuff. And that was why it was all about making sure that you were doing your jobs and working really, really well, because the winter was coming. And
and it means if you don't do your job, if you're not spinning, you're not going to have clothes. You know, you're going to either freeze or you're going to starve. And and winter time, as we know, like back in those days, was a survival thing. It was just like you either survived or you didn't. You know, and if you didn't prepare for winter, you were gone. Yeah.
Oh, I like it. That's good. Slitty, giant knife, fill you full of rubbish and stitch you back up.
I know. I was like, oh, do I get back up again?
Yeah. Well, do you survive that? I don't know.
No, probably not.
Like bariatric surgery. Okay, moving right along.
All right, Lisa, who's your first?
Can I do one? Okay, cool. So I don't have any photos or pictures. Okay, so you're just going to have to look at Juliet. I know. Yeah. Enjoy that, everyone. Enjoy that. All right. So my first one is the Kallikantzaroi. Kallikantzaroi. And if you can say that fast, that would be great. Kallikantzaroi. They are from Greece and around the Balkans, right? And I wanted to just kind of flesh it out a little bit, because I hear names of places and locations and I'm forever like, oh, it's somewhere around that sort of area. And so I thought I'm actually going to tell people exactly where we're going to. Right? So,
just so she understands.
100%. It's all about me, right? I'm at the arse end of the world in New Zealand and I need a geography lesson. So what countries are actually included in the Balkans where this story comes from? By most definitions, the term fully encompasses the countries of Albania, Bosnia, Herzegovina, Bulgaria, Croatia, mainland Greece, Kosovo, Montenegro, North Macedonia, northern Romania, Serbia up to the Danube, and East Turkey. So quite a large space, right? And that was the thing when I started I was like, oh, the Balkans. Yeah, I know that. Totally somewhere different than what I thought it was. And so I just put that location out, right? I was like, oh, wow, that's not
an island just off the side.
Yeah, I was like, oh, like Scandinavia. No, not. The Balkans is actually named after the Balkan Mountains, which runs through the region. The word Balkan is a Turkish origin, meaning mountain or chain of wooded mountains. It actually came from a German guy called August Zwen, when he first used Balkan Peninsula in the 19th century, so relatively new as far as what we use the word Balkans for. but basically it's a name across the entire peninsula. So I just wanted to put your brains into where I was going to be talking about, okay? So these guys are called the Kallikantzaroi.
You know what, guys? I literally saw that and went, no, I'm not doing them.
Yeah. Kallikantzaroi. Kallikantzaroi.
No.
Kallikantzaroi. So basically, these guys literally run from December the 25th to January the 6th every year. And these guys are winter goblins. And as I started looking more into the story, I was like, oh, that is fascinating. And I got to give hands up to my son Hunter, who actually did the baseline research for me because he's got nothing else to do in his life right now because he's off school. So I was like, dude, research for me. So he did my baseline stuff and then I went a bit deeper into it. So hands up, Hunter. Well done, you.
Thanks, Hunter.
So these guys appear during the 12 days of Christmas, very similar to the one that you were talking about, Jules, just earlier. These guys, however, they live underground the rest of the year trying to saw down the world tree. And I'm going to go a little bit more in depth into the world tree, stick a pin in him. They're often depicted with claws, hooves, tails, and animal ears. And I'll give you a bit more of a description. But they fear sunlight, fire, and of course, holy water. One of the best parts about these,
like, goat man to me.
Yes. Damn it, holy water always gets me. One of the coolest things, or one of the funniest things about these winter goblins is they are easily distracted, especially by counting tricks. Okay, so keep that in mind as we go through this wee story. So in older Greek villages, the darkest nights of winter came with a warning. Don't stay out too long after sunset and keep your fires burning, which is such a commonality through the winter months and that sort of stuff. Because once Christmas Day arrives, the Kallikantzaroi come crawling to the surface.
Just call them the Callie trolls.
The Callie trolls. That's what we're going to call them, the Callie trolls. These aren't your fun-loving holiday spirits. They are chaotic, feral goblin beings, the kind of creatures you hear before you see. They chatter, they snarl, and they are slipping between the shadows. Their mythology stretches way back into ancient Greek. I was like, no way, these guys go way back for thousands of years, right?
This is cool.
Yeah, think like nature spirits and satyrs, later reshaped by Christian beliefs into something far more sinister, right? They weren't like that to begin with. They are little shits, but they're not super, super sinister until Christianity came through and destroyed everything that they knew.
Kudos to Christianity.
Thanks, Christianity. I can say it, I'm a Christian, but I'm like, still, you know, back in the early days, they destroyed everything, including women. So for most of the year, these creatures live underground, soaring at the world tree, the cosmic pillar said to hold up existence. Every year they almost succeed, and every year Christmas interrupts them. They abandon their cosmic task, swarm the human world for 12 nights of mischief, and by the time they return, the damn world tree has already healed itself. Then their work begins again from scratch, an endless loop that keeps them trapped in perpetual failure.
No wonder they're so angry.
They're just like ADHD. They're like, oh, but what's over there? And then they're like, damn it, back to the start again. Okay, so I just thought this is such a great story, such a great little cryptid. So I was like, we got to go into this. So what do they look like? The Kallikantzaroi. Kallikantzaroi. Ooh, you're going to get really good at this by the time I finish. Older accounts describe them as grotesque. They have long tongues, glowing eyes, matted black hair, hands ending in claws, hooves like goats, and donkey's ears that twitch at the sound of prayer. Prayer. Somebody praying. But these beings weren't always treated as harmless. During the Christmas period, they slipped into homes, they stole food, overturned furniture, frightened children, of course, and mimicked voices to lure people outside. And this is what we were talking about last week, right? What if we are literally naming exactly the same entities, but with different names and saying that's a poltergeist, but actually that's an elemental or something along those lines. So I thought that was quite interesting. Some stories claim they rode on people's backs or pressed on their chests while they slept. Juliet, do you remember from last week?
Yes.
The German Alp was
The
the guy that would do sleep paralysis, which we know as
same one, yeah.
today. Absolutely.
Wow.
So these guys are from the
Same thing,
Balkans.
yeah.
Same, but different, right? The communities protected themselves however they could. Obviously, you know, like if you are a very superstitious society, you have to try and protect yourself. So you're going to keep a fire burning at nighttime. You're going to mark door frames with crosses, especially, you know, post-colonial or post-Christian era. You're going to... You're going to burn shoes to create a foul smell. You could just pop your shoes at the front door, probably.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't think you have
Get
to
a teenager's shoes. There you go.
Yeah, you don't have to burn them. Oh, but also, or they also kind of went to the opposite side of the positive, trying to bribe them, leaving sweet offerings like homemade donuts on the roofs as bribes. On January the 6th, the Epiphany, the day before the Immaculate Conception, if you're Catholic or Christian, holy water was believed to flood the world's cracks and drive them back underground. Only then did the households truly relax.
So the melting snow basically washed them away.
God, you ruined all of the climax there, baby. I'm building it up and you're just like... Okay, so let me tell you about the world tree, because I thought this was really, really cool, because you see the tree of life quite often. This is a kind of a different depiction around that. So what is the world tree? The world tree is the cosmic pillars holding heaven, earth, and the underworld in balance. So it's literally heaven, earth, underworld, all the way through this cosmic tree. If it falls, or through the world tree, I beg your pardon, if it falls, the entire world collapses, literally, not metaphorically. This is literally, if the world tree collapses, everything crushes in on itself. This isn't just scenery. In Kallikantzaroi folklore, the tree is the core structure keeping reality intact. In Greek and Balkan folklore, the concept survives as a central axis of life, even without the formal name. So it actually is still in use in modern day, of kind of what holds that mythology, what holds everything intact, which I was like, oh, that's so interesting.
Yeah.
And then, so how do these little goblin dudes kind of fit into this? They're not pranksters, they're saboteurs. It's like, I just love them so much. Their goals were simple and catastrophic. They needed to soar through the world tree, collapse creation, and drag the universe into chaos. They live underground, hacking away at the trunk, trying to bring everything down. And why don't they succeed? Because every year, almost finishing the job, they get distracted by Christmas. During the 12 days of Christmas, they abandon the world tree and climb to the surface. They harass households, wreak havoc, do all the good stuff. And by the time they come back, it's already healed itself. By January the 6th, they're forced back underground. Their progress is done and they have to start again.
It's that typical thing, isn't it? Chaos underground. Yeah, it's
100%.
Yeah,
and the one thing that gets me is they like, for 12 days each year, the only thing stopping the world from collapsing is their own short attention span.
And this is where ADHD came from.
Nuts. They just get distracted by all the cool stuff that's happening at Christmas and want to cause trouble. So yeah, I thought that was so cool. And I was like, I'm going to go a bit deeper into this and really kind of look into it. And the fact that the world tree kind of ideals are still used in
like, isn't it? You know, it's like with people think, oh, it's only modern technology and all this. Like, this is, you know, thousands of years old. These stories, they're talking about the tree of life, you know, this one, the world tree. it's all got that same kind of thing. So people knew what was going on back then, and it's just
well, if you look at like New Zealand Māori mythology and creation story, you have Papatuanuku and the other one, which Papatuanuku is the Mother Earth, and then you have the father who's pushed up and separated by the children, and that's what's holding them apart. And so, I mean, that's a very, very short version of it. But you still have that kind of
that
the earth
separation.
in between and that separation. Yeah, absolutely. And yeah, I found that really interesting, especially for the fact that it goes right into ancient Greek times as well. So I was like, oh, we got to bring that one to the surface, if you will.
And they sound like little goat men running around, really. Little
satyrs. Yeah, absolutely. Satyrs with long, squilly tongues.
Yeah. So, you know, and that's exactly what all these like demonic style like creatures, you know, they're depicted through the years and through all these Christianity books and all this kind of stuff. And, you know, people go, oh, it's all a Christian thing. But then you go back further, these things were depicted as these things well before Christianity came along. You know,
well, look at
so
Krampus. What is Krampus? He's got a long, swirly tongue. He's got claws. He's got
cloven horns. Yeah.
That's it. He looks very similar, doesn't it? You know, so
yeah.
And it's interesting because I mean, look, you go back way into the Persia and ancient Greece and stuff. They didn't have little separate countries then. A lot of the countries didn't exist. A lot of them were just total like big, you know, locations and societies and that sort of stuff. And they were covered by the same viewpoints and the same mythology. And then they started kind of segregating, and that's where you see all those connection points and those real similarities between the stories.
Yeah. So Krampus, so, you know, a lot of people know who Krampus is. So, so he was officially integrated into Christian winter celebrations around the 16th century, appearing alongside Saint Nicholas. But there are explicit written records of him from the Middle Ages, from the 11th and 12th century.
Okay.
So, and then pre like pagan roots, winter solstice, because we all know it's like all the pagans. So like very, very, you know, a long way.
Yeah, I knew Krampus was pretty old, but I didn't realize he went back to the 11th century. That's pretty amazing.
Yeah. He's he's pretty cool. He's there. So
we love him. We love him. Do you want me to do my second one, or have you got one for us,
baby?
No,
I'll do my one. I want to put my little right. I'm gonna do. So this is the horse one. Bring up the horse. No. This is the Mari Lord, the undead horse skull. So this is a Welsh. This is a Welsh thing. So especially Glamorgan and Gwent. So so this is the horse skull. So people dress up traditionally. They have like this massive horse skull and they walk around. And so the earliest mention of this, the Mari Lord, like LWYD. So is it Mari Wide, Mari Lead? So I'm not sure. Earliest written mention is in the 1800s. So J. Evans did a tour through parts of North Wales. He described a man wearing a fake horse's head visiting houses around the new year. So again, it goes around to that 12th night. So around Christmas to the 12th night, so again, the 25th to the 6th, around there, a group carries a real horse skull on a pole. They are draped in a sheet. They have like snapping jaws, and they go from door to door. And they knock on the door and they challenge households to a semi-improvised rhyming battle.
It's a rap battle.
It's a rap battle. There we go. Look at that.
It's a rap battle.
So if the Mari party wins, so if the horse wins, they get entry and they can basically eat and drink to their delight.
The rap battle.
So the Mari Lord, it's basically a skeleto hobby horse. So it has glass or glowing eyes. So they generally will put like glowing eyes and stuff in it, ribbons and bows, and it appears like this ghostly dead horse demanding basically booze and snacks as it goes from door to door.
Oh my God, I love him.
So yeah, so this is a Welsh tradition, which I just thought was hilarious. I was just like, yeah, I got to knock on your door. I got my horse head. Give me some boots and snacks.
I love him.
Give me a poet, man. Ba-bum.
But like the fact that you have to rap battle this dude. Like, best choice.
There we go.
I'm gonna rap battle you. That's
yeah.
so great. So this is a real horse's skull,
Yes, they're
right?
real horses' skulls. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So
Mm.
they're kept, and every year they're all dressed up and they're draped up, and yeah, and they literally will go door knocking and stuff like
Could
that.
you imagine if you got a knock on your door? And there's a whole heap of superstition around, like, if something knocks on your door, be really careful when you open it. Can you imagine knocking, like, hearing this knock on your door, opening the door in the middle of like a snow, like, shower?
Horse head looking at you.
Holy shit! It's just, it's not
Yeah,
something that you
yeah.
need in your life, I don't think.
I just thought it was pretty fun. I've always loved the horse head. Yeah, the
It's
Murray Lord. So
cool.
it's just, yeah. So, but yeah, you know, it's a Christmas tradition. You go around and you demand booze and snacks. What part of that Christmas tradition is wrong?
It's just not right.
I'm a pretty pony, and I'm gonna get booze and snacks.
There's a lot of, like, if when you go into like superstitions and traditions on, like, you know, Halloween and like other holiday periods and stuff like that, especially through Ireland, Scotland, Wales, they use horses a lot, right? There's
They do.
cryptids that are
They do.
horses.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. There's a lot of, you know, you've got like your Scottish cowpies, and yeah, they're a very big part of those traditions. And it's you know, it's because basically, you know, they use the horses a lot. It's just, yeah, it's kind of, it's so cool. I love
Part
it.
of the mythology,
Yeah,
right?
part of
Like,
that
I mean, like, let alone
mythology. Yeah.
unicorns. Unicorn is what
Oh
the
yeah,
national
unicorns.
animal of Scotland.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And
Hang
then you
on,
got
can we just
your
talk about this real quick? So Scotland's national animal is a unicorn. Wales' national animal is a dragon.
dragon.
And what do the Kiwis get? New Zealand, we get a flightless bird that's easily eaten.
But they're notoriously bad tempered.
They are. And they also, I think it's because they are the only bird in the world that has its nostrils at the end of its beak. So, you know, the Kiwis have that long beak. Their nostrils are
Nostrils
right
are
at
right.
the end of the beak. Oh my
Yeah.
God. So if you're digging around, you're getting shit up your nose, man. Like, bloody sniffing dirt.
They do. But they are notoriously grumpy. I've been really lucky. I've had, you know, quite a bit of hands-on with Kiwis and stuff like that.
Mm.
And they are like, they will actually go you. Their feet come. They've got really, really long claws. They will scratch you. They will pick at you. They will chase you. Yeah, it's not like, oh, I'm gonna cuddle a kiwi. It's like, I'm gonna pick your eyes out, bitch.
Wow, national bird. All right.
Bird. Gotta love the kiwi.
Yeah. What does Australia have? A wallaby?
Yeah.
What are you guys? A kangaroo or something?
Kangaroo.
Mm.
Yeah. Kangaroo.
What does America have? Oh, an eagle.
Eagle.
That's pretty cool. Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Canada's the moose, isn't it? Moose.
No, it's a leaf.
Yeah. But no, their animal is the moose.
Oh, I don't know. Like national whatever, right? I don't know. Do they? We all know that Lisa would love a baby moose. I've been trying desperately to hand rear a baby moose. And one of my friends once said that he could bring over baby moose to New Zealand for me. And I said that would be wonderful. And he said, but I'd have to make them into sausages first. I was not okay with that. So I told him
it's all right.
Don't show
It's all right.
No, stop it. No, baby moose. Okay.
Baby moose.
Oh, good Lord. Before I do my next one, if you guys and girls in the comments have a tradition in your house, maybe a family tradition, because we're all in different parts of the world, right? So we're in summertime. I know we're surrounded by our snow at the moment. It's an absolute farce. It's because it's summertime here. It's like 27 degrees outside. It's so toasty. So if you have a family tradition that's Christmas based, drop it in the comments so that we can read it, because that would be super fun. What's your family tradition, Jules, for Christmas? Do you guys have one other than Katie making her own Christmas tree and telling everyone?
Getting extra about the Christmas tree. Well, you know, like the 1st of December, like the kids will always get their PJs and all that kind of stuff. And yeah, like, I mean, apart from that, we don't really have anything major anymore. It's just like, yeah, you know, we used to hang boughs for people that are no longer with us. Yeah, no. We put,
Do you do that? You can open a Christmas present the night before?
oh yeah, Christmas Eve they're allowed to. We give them a present that they can open because if they chose it'd be
Really?
like the biggest one. But they're allowed to have a cool Christmas present the night before, and then basically Christmas Day, Easter, they can eat as much chocolate as they like. If they wake up and want to eat chocolate, go for it. It's Christmas Day. Eat what you
Go
want.
hard. Go
Yeah,
hard.
go hard. Yeah,
And
yeah.
what do you guys have like Christmas breakfast or lunch or whatever?
Yeah, look, honestly, we always do a Christmas breakfast, which is pancakes, bacon, ice cream, blueberries.
Mm.
That's pretty much
Yeah,
our
girl. Yum.
breakfast. Maple syrup. Yeah, and then we just tend to just go tottering off. But like, definitely the bacon, the maple syrup, the pancakes, the blueberries. Oh my God, yeah, that
Yummy
just
scrummy. So in our house, can I just say oi to the octopus dude? What up? Oi,
hey,
oi.
dude.
Oi, oi, oi. Anyway, let's not do that. That's very Australian of me. Okay, if you will. My Christmas tradition in our house. So we don't do a Christmas present before Christmas, right? We're real strict on it. Like you can't go opening shit the night before. Like hold yourselves together, okay? We don't do any of that rubbish. They have to wait till like Christmas morning. And then sometimes we make them wait until like 8 a.m. in the morning to open Christmas presents. Like, and we just like
Oh,
force them to like
horrible. That's
Tyho and it
mean. That's
sucks,
like a Christmas Krampus, that one.
yeah, man. Like you just appreciate it more. Anyway, so yeah, so we sit down, we have like massive opening of Christmas presents, not heaps of Christmas presents. It's always a real big deal. And then at the end with all the Christmas paper, we have a massive Christmas paper fight. And so we like throw Christmas balls at each other and like, chuck it down people's tops and shit and all that fun stuff.
Oh,
And
Nerf
then
Wars. Yeah, Nerf Wars.
oh sure. And then we have normally we do like Christmas lunch, which is just like a chicken, and we'll get like some croissants or something, and just like because it's summertime here, so
Some
we
kind
just
of
have like a big
barbecue.
old feed, yeah, and have a barbie or something. And some days, Christmas Day, it's usually raining or like semi-raining here, like without fail,
Same
right?
here.
It's all bullshit. But Boxing Day, the day after, most people go shopping and stuff. We don't do that. We actually go to the beach. So our Boxing Day is always at the beach or at a park with a river because it's always beautiful weather. And in New Zealand, you swim in the rivers, right? So we go jump in the river or we'll go straight to the beach and go paddle boarding or surfing or whatever we're up to. So that's kind of our deal. And yeah, it's good fun, man. If you've got a Christmas tradition, drop it in the on the
like the Aussie thing here is shrimp on the barbie.
oh sure.
So yeah, you got to have shrimp on the barbie. That is a big thing. Whenever you go out for a Christmas lunch, there's always a massive big bowl of shrimp, prawns, whatever everyone calls them.
Oh my God, yumminess.
And always the barbecue going and stuff like. But that's it. We used to, you go down to the beach, or that's this one thing I miss about New Zealand is being able to go down to the rivers and stuff like that. Because you literally take your little portable barbecue, you set it up, everyone's sitting up, the kids are playing, and the rivers are generally pretty shallow, so the kids can play, and give them a fry pan. I think they're gold panning. Off you go, guys, go find some gold. Oh, it keeps them quiet for hours.
yeah, totally. Mira says she's native here, no Christmas or Thanksgiving. Oh, cool. So what do you celebrate, Mira? Drop it in the comments for us. Tell us, give us a little bit more info. That's so cool. Yeah, and everyone's a little bit different, right, as to kind of what they do. And I love it. We don't have actual like any like superstitions or anything like that. Other than we kind of chop a branch down and we use that as our Christmas tree. In fact, I'll take a picture of our Christmas tree and I'll put it up on YouTube for everyone to see. It's fucking appalling. It's pretty sad. That's right. Okay, hey, can I do my next one?
Yeah, go next one.
All right, cool. So my next one, we go all the way to Guatemala.
Guatemala, Dr. Robata.
You're not in Guatemala anymore, Dr. Robata. That is a saying from our one and only television drama in New Zealand, Shortland Street, which is a hospital drama. And Dr. Ropata came back from Guatemala and the charge nurse said, "You're not in Guatemala anymore, Dr. Ropata."
And it's just been the most famous line since from Shortland Street.
And that was what, 20 years ago or something when they were all
Oh my
really
God,
young.
way more than that, I think.
Yeah, longer. Oh my
And
God.
who
Okay.
played Dr. Ropata?
So,
Who played Dr. Ropata?
Oh, oh my
Wasn't it
God.
Tim?
Timawera Morrison.
Yeah,
Yes.
Morrison. Yeah.
Timawera Morrison.
Yeah.
And what else was he in, Juliet? Timawera Morrison. He's a New
Oh.
Zealand Māori actor, and he was in Star Wars, and he played the character of
Boba Fett.
Boba Fett.
My favorite character in Star Wars.
Yeah. So if you've seen Star Wars, he's the guy. And I'll put up a clip of that as well so that everyone can share. It's pretty bad. Yeah, it's pretty bad.
And we'll just put a Christmas hat on or something.
And as actors, right? Juliet and I were actors for a long time. And as actors, you always try and get into a soap opera or a national television show or a drama or whatever, right? And somebody once said to us, oh, you're going to, audition for Shortland Street. And we both went, hell no, we're not selling our soul. No. So, yeah.
We sold our souls for other shit, and then we wish we had.
I tell you what, I'll sell
Thank
myself.
God we can't find that on TV or on YouTube.
Octopus says, oh no way, and the millions of clones. Yeah, man. Yep.
Yeah. No, so funny. Honestly, Boba Fett was always my favorite character. Well before the Mandalorian, we had the Star Wars Monopoly games, like all different 3 of them, and every time I was like, I'm Boba Fett.
Oh yeah.
I was like, yo, okay.
It was just the funniest thing watching. We sat in the movies, right? We went to the premiere of that, and we sat in the movie just cracking up, laughing, hearing this moldy dude on the big screen, cracking up, laughing, going, all right, man, let's crack up.
Yeah.
Can we just send some love to Mira? Mira says, my sister's passing on Christmas. She was 10 years younger. We love you, Mira. Sending out love. Sending love to your sister.
Yeah.
She'll come and visit you. Love it when that happens, eh? Hey, so my next one is La Quema del Diablo. La Quema del Diablo. La Quema del Diablo. Something like that. You have to say it like that. It comes out beautiful. Okay, this is in Guatemala, yeah? The date is December the 7th. It only ever happens on December the 7th at 6 p.m. So basically, a devil effigy is burned at 6 p.m. across Guatemala, right? And everyone does this. It symbolizes destroying misfortune, fear, and past year negativity. So if any shit has happened throughout your year, you just burn the hell out of it and start fresh.
I wish we could do that in Australia, but we can't have fires this time of the year because it's not allowed. Because we might burn the country down.
100%. She'll be like, oh, it's just doing the Diablo. Oh, crap. Sorry, everyone.
I'll put it in the freezer until winter.
Sorry, team. So it's now a massive street festival with crowds, fireworks, and music, and it's deeply shaped by Mayan culture and Catholic traditions.
The Diablo is devil, demon, that kind of, it's the
100%. Can we just give a real quick shout out to Trebles Garcia? What's up, fella? Nice to see you. Trebles will be joining us.
I can't wait to talk to you. I know I keep missing you, but we are going to have a conversation.
Yeah, 100%. It's going to be epic, man. I cannot wait. He's got freebies to give away as well. And it's just going to be such a cool Christmas party. So same time, same bat channel next week, virtual Christmas party. It will be so cool. All right, on. So in Guatemala, the Christmas season doesn't open quietly. It begins with a fire powerful enough to light an entire neighborhood. I was like, fire? Oh, pyromaniac.
Fire.
Okay.
The Sagittarian in me wants the fire.
So on the evening of December the 7th, people gather in streets and town squares for La Quema del Diablo, the burning of the devil. A towering effigy is built from wood and paper mache, often painted in vivid reds and blacks, sometimes 3 stories tall. So some of them are really little, but some of them are absolutely massive, right?
Yeah, very cool.
For weeks beforehand, markets are lined with devil toys, masks, horns, and miniature effigies so families can burn their own at home. At exactly 6 p.m., the flames begin. The devil is soaked in gasoline. Yeah, accelerants. It's packed with firecrackers and then it's set alight. The explosion is violent and spectacular. Fireworks snap, debris rains down, and smoke rolls through the streets. Children scream and laugh, adults cheer, bands strike up all the music, and the entire crowd cheers and has
and the fire brigade runs around putting out fires from all the crackers.
Totally. I want to go to Guatemala, man. This just sounds like epic. Sounds like so much fun, right?
Yeah, I've literally seen videos and stuff of that. It is amazing. Like, it's so cool. And it is explosive. You're just like, what the fuck? Not legal in any Western country, that is for sure.
Cows, yes, yeah. So the ritual began in the colonial period when households cleaned and purified their homes before the Feast of the Immaculate Conception, obviously, because that is why you would do it. The wealthy hung lanterns, everyone else burned rubbish to symbolically clear out the year's filth. And then I was like, creating more filth. We're burning rubbish. Crack me out. Over time,
back then though, from the tradition, it wouldn't have been the rubber and the crap that we have nowadays.
Yeah, you just take whatever you've got and do the ritual, right?
Yeah.
Over time, the act grew into a collective ritual, burning not waste, but the devil himself, the embodiment of everything unwanted. And I liked it because it was like this whole kind of, this year, there's things that haven't gone my way, so I'm burning the shit out of that, and we're going to start fresh, just in time for the Immaculate Conception when everything starts over again. Today's burning the effigy is understood as burning bad luck, illness, misfortune, fear, social tension, personal failures, and communal suffering. Some devils even carry handwritten messages. So this is the part that I really enjoyed kind of learning about, because not only does it just, involve things like fear or personal failures, they go way into the nation's current situations and struggles, right? You can put messages in there of political corruption to economic hardship. You could be like, burn the government, whatever, like put it in the...
Who's going to get us banned, Lisa? This is what did they put on?
This is research, real rituals.
Yeah.
So burning the effigy becomes both protest and prayer, a nation airing its wounds in public, then setting them alight. Once the figure collapses into embers, music takes over, people dance, drink, talk, and reconnect. And the fire becomes a doorway between the old year's wait and the new year's hope, which I loved. I was like, it's a nice little doorway and a kind of, from the phoenix, from the ashes rises the phoenix.
And it's such a good thing. Fire's always had that thing. It's always been very, very symbolic with death and life. It's like there's like this thorough cleanse, and we don't mean death as in body death. It's like it's a spiritual cleanse, or it's like a death of something. A lot of people get very caught up on on tarot cards. If you get the death card, it's like, doesn't mean people are dying or you're dying. It just means the death of something that's going on, the rebirth, a new start, and that kind of stuff. And many traditions have that fire burning of, I want to get rid of this, this is what's bothering me, see you later. And and like we grew up with bonfires, and I miss fire. I'm not a firebug, just put it out there, but I miss having a fire. I miss going to the big bonfires. I miss having an indoor fire, and in winter and that kind of stuff. It's like a really, I always feel like it's a missing part, because like I just haven't had that for so long, and you just can't do it here. You have fire pits in winter and stuff like that, but even then, it's very, very restricted, and you're always so careful.
It's a different environment, right? But also you're in suburbia, which means you can't really do that sort of stuff anyway. We're in the middle of like country town, so we have bonfires all the time.
It's not, if you get caught with a bonfire here, man, you are fine.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. I mean, we're not allowed to do that during summertime because it's really dry and brittle and stuff will just go straight up. But in wintertime, we have bonfires quite often and just in our backyard because we have a huge, like acre of land or whatever. So we'll burn it in a tin, in a drum, or, whatever, and have a good old time. And you're right, man. It's got this real kind of connection, right? It's like a portal. And I do know, like, if you look at like magicians or magicians of the dark arts and that sort of stuff, they use fire as summoning tools, they use fire as portals.
Candles, you watch the
Candles.
flame and you have that connection and stuff. There's so many
and it's not just like on the dark side, like they do talk about also if you were doing astro traveling, if you were going to leave your body in astro travel, you light a candle so that you can find your way back to your body. And it's those sort of precautionary things in place and that sort of stuff, so it lights the way. So and you hear it in like so many songs and hymns, Christian hymns and that sort of stuff, leaving the candle burning and putting the candle in the window, and in the window and that sort of stuff. I'm looking at my own window, it's just a window there. Interesting, eh? So I was like, oh, Guatemala, they have a huge giant festival, burn everything, start it all fresh, and I cleanse it all out and then start the year again. So I was like, oh, that's a cool tradition, man.
Yeah, it is very cool. Like I've read a book, I cannot remember the name of it, but it's literally about going back to having candles in your house and reading by candlelight, and it's that real connection. These days everything's going to catch fucking fire. But but it's that real thing of number one, and they're saying the health benefits from it, like how mentally it really, really helps, but also physically, because we used to read by candlelight, our eyesight was way, way stronger. Now we've got all this fluorescent bright lights, all this fake lighting, and it hasn't helped. And that was one of their things. It's like, go back to this. And it is such a cool thing, having the candles going and just sitting there, with the candles going and just doing something, either drawing or writing. And it's such a cool vibe.
It's
and
really good.
I
right?
really, really missed that side of stuff and not being able to do that here. And because my grandkids are idiots around candles, so I don't have any candles around them. They have literally got no concept of what to do around a candle. Whereas we all grew up with candles. My kids grew up with candles. My grandkids are like, "Ooh, look at that! Ooh,
I'm gonna touch it.
I'm gonna touch it. I'm gonna flick my long hair around it." Like, and it doesn't matter. You can put a candle on the other side of the house, high up, and for some reason they'll end up over there.
Like a moth to the flame, right?
Moth to the flame.
Oh, that's funny.
Oh my God.
Cool.
Yeah.
That's so cool. But Juliet and I have also decided that we're going to hang out more often. And this year coming 2026, we're actually going to prioritize getting together and spending at least a couple of visits together, because we just are not doing it enough. And so then there'll definitely be candles and bonfires in our future together. I can feel that happening. To the comments really quickly.
Hello.
Octopus with no friends says, freedom of religion, burn whatever you want. Burn it. Trebles Garcia from the Trebles show says, my girls are making waves. He says, what's up? And he says, thank you, ladies. Thank you, back at you, man. Can't wait to see you next week. And Mira says, woo! But she also says, woo! She also says, I use my silver string to get back, and that is in relation to astro traveling. So absolutely agree. And I can't wait to do an episode on astro traveling. I really want to get someone to come and join us to talk about that. So we might find a practitioner.
I would love to kind of practice that a little bit. I've been a few times outside of my body, end up as a Russian. I remember we won't go into that. That'll lean a lot of wine. That was pretty funny, but apparently I can speak Russian when I go astral traveling.
Yeah,
I'm not a sleeper agent, I swear to God.
It was real funny.
Before I go to America.
This is one hell of a side tangent. It was really funny though, because when Juliet rang me and she goes, oh my God, I can speak Russian, because I had this dream that I could speak Russian. I was like, oh my God, me too. And I hadn't told her the dream that I had had a few years ago on an airplane, And I was speaking Russian, like full Russian to the pilot and stuff. And literally our stories were so similar. We were on the same plane.
We didn't even know, like, damn.
It was really
so maybe
odd.
we're both Russian sleeper agents. Oh my God. Is that what it is? That's why we're like hard bitches.
Oh my God. Also, shut up.
We kind of thought we were like reptilian, but maybe we're just Russian.
Wait, are those one and the same? Russian reptilians?
Russian. We're doing some R&R, and people are like, oh, you're rest and relaxation. Russian reptilians.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh my God, we're so going to get banned.
I hope you're all enjoying this episode because it's obviously not going any further. So. Love it. Things that we shouldn't be talking about.
And then you say Beyonce and then it's all gone.
Thank you, Beyonce. No, sorry. Okay. Right, moving right along. Juliet, what's your next one? Terrifying traditions.
It's a little meow meow. Bring up my meow meow pictures.
Oh, meow
meow. So one of my favorite Christmas ones is the Yule Cat. Oh my God. He's from Iceland, and a lot of people know about the Yule Cat. He's a giant man-eating Christmas cat. So he's just so cute.
He's awesome.
He's awesome. There is the Icelandic name for him, and
say it.
I shall say it. And it is Jolakoturin. Okay, so that was probably completely wrong, but it is Jolako with 2 dashes above, double Turin. There we go. So, isn't he cute? Isn't he cute?
Yes,
so
I love
he
him.
Is a winter monster Christmas punisher. So he is morality enforcing, like all of them. If you don't behave, then you're basically going to get eaten by the Christmas cat. So he is documented in 19th century Icelandic folklore collections, and then he became popularized in the 20th century poems and stories and stuff. So he's not as old as some of these other ones. Probably, he's just kind of come through. So the Yule Cat is one of Iceland's most infamous Christmas monsters. He's a huge black man-eating feline, and he is said to prowl the snowy fields and villages during the Yule season. Unlike jolly gift givers, this creature enforces work ethic throughout the year. So again, it's that work, make everything right for winter so you survive. So that's it. He doesn't check who's naughty or nice, only who's been productive. So if you didn't receive, so he's eating somebody in this one. So if you didn't receive new clothes for Christmas, the Yule Cat assumed that you were lazy and he devours you whole. Okay, so he's less kind of fuzzy Santa friend, and it's more of a fashion survival test. Put your new digs on, man, otherwise I'm going to eat you.
Oh my gosh, I love it. So
yeah, good. So the role in society, so the myth is tied to the Icelandic tradition of completing the autumn wool harvest. And getting everything weaved before Christmas. Again, that weaving and that spinning and stuff comes into it. So it's. So farm workers who finished their tasks were rewarded with new clothes. Those who didn't risked becoming feline hors d'oeuvres, basically. So he's all about productivity, winter survival, social discipline, and encouragement to contribute before the dark season. So, this is, again, we're in these winterlands, we're in Europe. So if you were lazy, you died. If you didn't do your chores, you died. So it just basically is that kind of folklore with, claws. So descriptions very rarely show the Yule Cat anything less than terrifying. So he's as tall as a house. He's got glowing ember eyes. His fur is black as night. Whiskers that are long and brush along rooftops. How creepy is that? And he has like silent footsteps unless he wants you to hear them. Ooh. So if you hear them, then you're like, oh. So they say some of them will say that the snow will melt beneath his paws and it will leave mammoth-sized tracks. So he sees color very, very sharply. So if you've got your new clothes on, your new bright wool stuff and festive garments, you're safe. But if not, you're in trouble. So he roams around Christmas Eve into New Year, those same 12 days. He stalks windows and farm edges for new clothing. He sniffs out wool and yarn and the smell of fresh fabric. So he watches silently from the snowbanks or the rooftops, and he pounces without sound. Only the scream is heard as he takes them. So in many poems that they have about the Yule cat, he prefers bones, brains, but you can survive if he's distracted by your sweater if it's new. So there's these things. So one, it says it'll only eat children or kids, but other one said it'll eat anything that's living, basically. So, and some villagers will keep out a special ball of yarn for him. And they say that his purr is so deep it will rattle your bones.
Oh, he sounds lovely, doesn't he?
He's cute. He's so cute. I love black cats.
Well, you can see where they got the black cat superstition from, you know, like and like
way before that.
Yeah, before that. But I mean, oh my gosh, no wonder black cats are so vilified now. There's so many stories about them being terrible and eating people.
Oh yeah.
I gotta tell you, I used to have a black cat. She was a black Siamese and she had emerald green eyes, and her name was Twinkle, right? And she was the most amazing black slinky cat. She used to sleep in my bed with me when I was a little girl. We like lived in the middle of nowhere in the Tongariro. I remember one night she pushed me out of bed. She would like snuggle, 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 and push me out of bed. And I fell on the ground, and I got up and I pulled my blankets back, and she was like this, like straight right over. And I was just like, seriously, was not impressed at all. She was like, I'm taking up the whole bed. Leave me alone. I used to push her around in my pram, dress her in doll's clothes and like bonnets, and she was amazing. So I have to give it up for black cats.
Yeah, they're gorgeous, and they're the least cats that are least going to get adopted. Like more black cats are put down than any other cat because of this superstition. You know, don't cross paths with the black cat. Don't, you know, whereas, you know, on the pagan side of stuff, you know, cats there, the black cats especially, are seen as your protectors and, you know, all this kind of
They're
stuff.
so cool. They deserve way more cool factor. And also, like, you know, the Yule cat is helping us with our fashion sense. Nobody needs to be walking around in black forever, do we? We'd definitely get eaten. The first to go.
Clothes. So, and one way you could save yourself and is by giving new clothes to people that can't afford it and stuff. So that gets you extra kudos. For black cats. So
just eat my foot. Seriously.
Yeah. No.
I got a comment for you. Mira says it looks like my tipper tail hunting fly. We go meow. And she also says, Juliet, check out the Kifnis South African singer, Cat Jams. Okay. I just snort laughed. You go.
Is it a group?
I know, Kiffness, South African singer, Cat Jams.
Yeah. Most viral cat song ever made.
She'll watch that later.
I will.
She actually will.
I got it there already. Thank you.
God.
I love finding stuff like that. It's so cute.
Oh my goodness. All right, my next one. Do you want to hear my next one?
Yes. I have one more after this.
Oh, do you? Okay.
It's an Australian.
Oh, perfect. We're finishing on a beautiful Aussie one. All right.
It's a bit hard, but I found
one. So my next one, we're going to go to the Faroe Islands, which is kind of midway between Iceland, Scotland, and Norway. It makes a beautiful little triangle, and the Faroe Islands are in between there, and they're quite large. The big amount of islands in there. And these are the places that have puffins.
Aww,
yeah, I was like, oh, you have puffins. That's so cute. Puffins only go to one place, right? To procreate, have babies. So this one is,
as I say to the kids,
it is.
What are they doing? I'm going boom shaka wow wow, and they're like, oh my god.
Do you know what I still do? Like whenever Hunter, my 18-year-old sitting on the couch next to me, and there's something rude that happens on TV, I'm like, oh, just put your hand, just cover your eyes, sweetheart. It's like, Mom, you don't need to see that.
Or Abby, the 10-year-old's just like, oh my god. She goes, is it finished?
She just turns her own head.
Kissing, and she's like, oh.
That's not even real kissing. That's not how you. Okay, right. So this is called the blood pudding test.
Oh god.
From the Faroe Islands. I knew you would like this one. So, these are basically, the idea around this is mysterious visitors knock at night asking for blood pudding.
But take it. I thought it was regifting.
Regifting my blood pudding. And for anyone that doesn't know what blood pudding is, basically it's sheep's intestines with fat and blood put into it and then cooked.
Cooked, yeah. And herbs and spices. You know, don't forget the herbs and spices.
Oh, yes, it's garnet.
Because that always makes it better. Even ketchup, maybe.
Oh, God. Okay, so mysterious visitors knock at night asking for blood pudding. And the name of this is the Plúthmur. Plúthmur. Everyone say it together.
Plúthmur. I can have my Plúthmur.
Visitors may be humans or spirits. Hospitality determines whether a family prospers or suffers, and refusal can curse a household for an entire year. So these are the same group of people that believe in the Húðarfolk. The Icelandic hidden people.
That's how you remember it, people. Who the fuck is that?
Húðarfolk. So last week we talked about elves, Christmas elves, and one of them was the Húðarfolk, which were basically hidden people from they live in the stones and the forests and the grasses and that sort of stuff, and they are called the Húðarfolk, and Juliet refers to them as Húðarfolk just closed the door.
Who the fuck is that? That's how they got their name. I swear to God, that must have been how they got their name. If you got this creepy, weird looking thing coming up, and you're like, who the fuck's that?
I was like, the connection. So I just had to bring that up so that you remembered it. Okay, so let me tell you the story of these guys. Okay, so or this story of the blood pudding. I beg your pardon. So the Faroe Islanders have always lived at the mercy of winter. Hells yes. Long nights, fierce storms, and a landscape that feels alive in ways outsiders can't always understand. There are lots of elemental kind of entities over in this sort of area. There is a lot of folklore, a lot of lore of the land, and a lot of superstitions. In this environment, people believe the season brought more than cold weather, it brought visitors. This is a lesser known tradition. And in fact, if you start researching, there's only a couple of little tidbits of information that you can find. There's nothing that states it as a credible tradition, right? It's only kind of hearsay and maybe some interpretation into modern day. So take it with a grain of salt. I'm just going to put it out there. If you're from Iceland, Norway, or the Faroe Islands, please come and tell us and let us know that we're wrong. So families stayed alert for knocks on the doors during the Christmas period. Travelers might appear asking for a simple dish, blood pudding, a thick, warming food made from sheep's blood and fat.
Oh.
Just think about that for a second. Delicious.
And then having it warm. Oh,
curdling. La la la. On the surface, this was a test of hospitality, but stories whispered something way deeper and a little bit dodgier. Some of these visitors were said to be restless winter spirits, entities who walked when the boundary between the worlds thinned. And during this time, these civilizations and societies really believed that the 12 days before, during Christmas to New Year's, was the time that the veil was the thinnest, where you could walk between worlds. Others were ancestors checking whether their descendants honored the old ways, and others still were the Hurufolk, the hidden people, powerful, unpredictable beings tied to the land and the stones. So if the family offered food generously, they were protected through the winter. Yay, we're not going to die. But if they refused the travelers, shut the door too quickly, or served food seen as disrespectful, the price was high. Consequences, I know, dum 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 dum. Consequences just, yeah, well, I mean, it's serious. You're going into like, frozen winterland. So yeah, real serious, right? The consequences described in older accounts include things like cattle found dead without explanation, children falling ill and mostly dying. If they fell ill during the wintertime, they were most definitely not going to make it through. Milk spoiling overnight, and that was something that we talked about last week and was a commonality. Persistent nightmares, thank you, German Alp, and a house plagued with misfortune until the next winter. So things like crop failures and that sort of stuff. In the Faroese Islands, hospitality wasn't small talk. It was survival etiquette, a spiritual shield. Winter was considered a time when spirits, humans, and hidden beings all walked the same paths. A knock at the door was never taken lightly. And also this tradition reflects the island's blend between Norse mythology, Celtic residue, and local animistic beliefs. So it's a real kind of mixture within that triangle of locations. Every household sat on the edge of the world, full of unseen forces, and how you treated a stranger determined whether those forces favored you or turned against you. So that was my last one. Blood pudding.
That's correct. Oh, and the whole blood pudding. Like, I don't know who. You know, the fascinating thing about blood pudding is that it's a fascinating fact is that, people be like, oh, I really, really hate that this is disgusting, but they'll go and trial it, right? And they'll try it, be like, I'm going to put myself out there, I'm going to try it. They end up craving it. It's like this weird thing is that their body suddenly goes, oh my God, I like that. And they, there's been so many cases where people go, oh, I've had one, but then I felt like I needed to have another one. And the next day they found themselves wanting more. I'm just like, oh, okay. Yep. No. I tried it and I did not crave it.
Well, I don't know if blood pudding and black pudding are the same. As far as like our black pudding is made into a sausage and then cooked.
Yeah.
Blood pudding, sure, maybe. But it's very, very similar as far as like the ingredients. Like it's literally just blood. But I find that really interesting as well, Jules. Like, are they vampires? Do we have this kind of internal vampiristic nature? I mean, our body craves hemoglobin, right? Or hemo-iron, which is the iron in blood. And that's why when you eat a steak or some sort of red meat, you shouldn't eat it well done. You should have a little bit of juice in it because that's how your body absorbs all of that hemo-iron, the really good.
And this is why, used to get given liver and kidneys and, that kind of stuff. So, yes, okay, so here we go. Yes, black pudding is a type of blood sausage, but blood sausage is a broader term for various blood-based sausages worldwide, while black pudding specifically refers to the British-Irish version made with pork and beef blood, fat, and cereals like oatmeal.
Oh, okay, a little bit.
So they're the same thing in essence, but black pudding has specific ingredients that differentiate it from other international blood sausages like Spain's Morcilla or France's Boudin Noir. But they are all sausages made from animal blood, but just different seasonings and fats.
Okay. Yeah, interesting. So this is blood pudding, a thick, warming food made from sheep's blood and fat. So it could be a little bit different, but obviously same sort of.
Well, I suppose it depends on what animals you have, isn't it? What animals are kind of your main source of it, like, and you've got like, I suppose, it would have been sheep and goat maybe earlier on.
The Faroe Islands, it's going to be sheep and goat.
Yeah. But now it's kind of more like cow and pork and, it's all that kind of stuff. And I know it all got banned with, was it the mad cow disease and all that kind of stuff? So it wasn't allowed for a very long time.
of farms.
Yeah,
Or
crazy
probably.
kind of stuff. So
But yeah, so that was my last one. I don't know how genuine that is as far as a tradition goes, but I found it really, really interesting.
but there are lots of traditions though, isn't it? Like people, wintertime, they knock on your door and you have to, you know, or even sometimes you have to kind of be like, hey, welcome them in, you feed them. If they want something, then you let them go. You know, you even hear about it in the Appalachian Mountains now, you know, where, you know, people talk about, you know, if they knock on the door and you give them some food and you'd be like, yeah, there you go, off you go. Or some people are like, no, don't open your door. So, you know, it's that whole thing. But I mean, you know, back in the old days, even back when I was young, you know, if somebody knocked on your door and they're like, oh shit, I've just had like my car's broken out, like come in and have a coffee, you know, all that kind of stuff. You can't do that now. You can't do, I mean, there's hopefully there's still places out there where you can do, you know, these small neighborhoods and stuff where you can still do that, but there are many places now you can't do that anymore. It's just like a stranger knocks on your door like, who the fuck are you, mate? Yeah, no, you're not coming in my house.
Yeah, well, that's it. You can't trust people. I mean, look, you know, when we were younger, we used to sleep with our doors unlocked and all the windows open. Yeah. We would never go out and lock our door. I mean, we still don't. And if you want to come to my house, feel free because we never lock the door. Okay, you just need to find my address. But I wouldn't do that in suburbia, right? We live in the country. So the fact, like, if you can get to our house past our dogs, past the driveways, past all the other houses,
past the cat.
Our cat's pretty feral. Our chickens are even worse. Yeah. Good luck. There's cacti everywhere. Good luck. You take whatever you want. Good luck trying to get back out, like with stuff. Like, but yeah, I totally hear you on that. And there's this real kind of similar thread through a lot of these traditions throughout the world is if something knocks on your door, you should always be polite and hospitable, because if you're not, then you will get yourself into trouble. You should work hard, otherwise the black cat's going to come and eat you, or you should or someone's going to slit open your stomach and fill you full of trash and then stick you back up. You know, like
what else? What else could go wrong?
Life will be fine. We'll burn the devil. We're all going to Guatemala now to put some accelerant.
Yeah. So we're like, just bring over, you know, some things written on paper. You turn up with like a book this big.
Here's mine.
50 years of shit. I brought photos and hair samples.
Hair samples, DNA.
DNA, what do you want? I have it all.
I was going to do voodoo dolls, but I figured let's just burn the shit out of everything.
Way too hard to make. I couldn't do it.
Takes too much time.
Yeah.
Oh, that is so funny.
Jill, I don't have time for that shit.
Oh my God, Juliet, bring us back to Australia.
Okay.
Tuck us on Brett.
All right. I'm going to take you on a journey of a Christmas tradition here in Australia.
I'm excited.
It's called the folklore of Sunburnt South. Okay. So this is the Christmas drop bear king. Have we got a photo, Lisa?
Oh my God.
We do.
Probably.
He's also known as Santa Koala, the red-hatted mauler, and the eucalyptus elf hunter. It's pretty serious, this dude.
Holy shit.
So he is found in the outbacks of Australia, in the gum forest, also in your suburban backyards where the mozzies bite and the barbecue smoke hangs thick. So this is Santa drop bear. Okay.
He is not a happy looking temper.
So he is a seasonal tree-dwelling marsupial demon. He is mischievous and carnivorous. Okay. So this heavy-bodied drop bear, he resembles an oversized koala, right? He's got an underdeveloped jaw. His inside is like he's got these massive teeth, and he wears a red Hantasat stolen from an unlucky tourist. They always target the tourists, yeah. His fur is matted with eucalyptus sap and bits of possum fluff that he eats. The drop bear king is said to lurk in gum trees during the sweltering nights of late December, waiting for the scent of chilled alcohol, particularly a cold beer with a good head retention. So it's got to have a bit of froth coming out the top, guys. So his behavior is, so just think of this, you know, so It's a bit of a scary Christmas beer, this one. So on the night of December the 24th, families place a sacrificial beer at the base of the tallest tree in the yard. Now, this tradition insists it must be cold enough to sting your fingers, full strength only, none of this half alcohol crap, just don't do that, and unopened to avoid offense. Warm beer, so here's your warning, warm beer invites aggression, which is really hard because if it is 40 degrees, that beer is not going to stay cold for very long. So maybe you need to put it in a coolie. Okay, so you got like a little coolie thing. So warm beer invites aggression. Mid-strength beer may cause rage. A non-alcoholic option, that's a personal insult. You don't do that and you're in trouble. So rules of safety. To avoid a holiday mauling, Aussies gather beneath the gum trees at dusk and chant, cold beer, no fear, stay in your tree this year. Okay. Some households go further, decorating the trees with ring pulls and bottle caps off the beer bottles as protective talismans. Tourists are advised to wear helmets smeared with Vegemite, though the locals kind of argue this is merely just the seasons of the victim. You know, that's an all-year thing. They really need to wear them all year.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So there's been one known incident. In 1998, young Matilda F. swapped the ritual beer for lemonade to save her dad's last VB. Now, VB is Victoria Bitter. The moon reddened, the wind stilled, then the drop beer descended like a fairy missile. Only the garden hose and Uncle Kev's profanity, lace battle cry saved the family. The inflatable pool did not survive though. So the motto stays the same. Leave a beer for drop beer Santa or he'll drop in for more than just a drink.
Holy shit, I've never heard of drop beer Santa before. Obviously, we know drop beers. They're a common cryptid in Australia. And if you haven't been to our Instagram page, you should go and watch the post that we put up last week.
Drop beers.
Drop beer epidemic, basically. They're freaking everywhere. They're causing major issues. And you have to be really, really aware. I mean, like everything in Australia wants to kill you anyway, but you didn't even know that drop beers were existing.
The red-hatted mauler. What? Eucalyptus elf hunter. He's hunting elves and killing elves. What is wrong with this? Undeading elves, I should say.
Undeading them. Yeah. Oh my God. I had no idea that was a thing. But I have seen Christmas trees or eucalyptus trees and other bushes that were adorned with those pulley tops from beers, right? And I didn't know why they were doing that, but obviously it's protective ritual, right?
Yeah, absolutely. So watch out, guys. Any tourists, you've got to come here. You've got to be careful. Drop beers are, now it's drop beer Santa season. It's going to be rough. So there we go, guys. I hope you like our Australian tradition of our elf mauling. Drop beer.
I'm not sure how long we're taking this for, but we're gonna keep going. We'll just keep going. Okay, good. Yeah, like dangerous. Like we're talking, spiders the size of dinner plates and giant fucking cute koala bears that are dropping out of trees because you haven't put a cold enough beer down.
Yeah.
But I do agree with the fact that, like you use those zero carb rubbish or that,
what's the point?
Yeah.
It's like the Shiraz. It's like, oh, this beautiful infused Shiraz, but only half the calories. I'm like, oh yeah, it's like half the alcohol too.
Zero alcohol. Bullshit.
Yeah, 0.4. It's like, where's my 13% one?
I also have the same issue with chicken nuggets that are vegan, right? If you don't want to eat chicken, don't pretend.
Don't eat it. Stop pretending.
Stop pretend.
Bake bacon. Like, what's the point? Pretending. Like, you're making this point of not eating this stuff, then don't try and fake it. Fake it until you make it.
Okay.
And then what they do is they sneak in a real one and beat you. That's what they do.
Oh my God. I remember this one time one of our friends got really drunk with us, and then he woke up the next morning after eating a McChicken burger from McDonald's, and he just cried his eyes out. It was great. Wasn't my fault.
Well, you know what's really fun is we had Nuna's birthday this weekend, and Nuna came up to me. He goes, "Oh, do you want a whiskey? Do you want a whiskey?" And I'm like, "Yeah, sweet. I'll have a nice whiskey." He always has really nice whiskey. Wait for this whiskey to come up, and then he hands me this entire bottle of Johnny Walker Black Label. I'm just like, "No, I just want a shot, man, not the whole bottle." He goes, "No, here you go."
Okie dokie.
Like, damn, okay.
Down we go.
Thanks, Nunu.
Yeah, he knows me well. Christmas time is just
that
around
could
the
be
corner.
for next week. No, definitely not whiskey first thing in the morning.
Oh my God, 10 a.m. whiskey for our virtual Christmas party next week.
That would be funny.
Hey, but what are you going to drink next week? What are you going to bring to the table?
Maybe, oh God, I don't know if I can drink at 10 a.m. in the morning.
Anything's possible. You just have to try hard.
If I do, it'll be a Shiraz with lemonade. Maybe.
Oh.
Yeah, we'll see. Or a beer, maybe. Oh, yeah, I don't know if I can drink a beer that early in the morning.
I'm not sure what I'm going to bring. I do have some lovely honey whiskey just up in the.
Well, you're later than me, so you're lunchtime. At least you can have a bit of food with it. So I'll definitely have some good food.
Well,
as well.
You have brought the fire today. I'm impressed. That was super fascinating. Like, I love the last one, the red-hatted mauler.
Yeah. Yeah, the elf, come on. The elf undeader, the eucalyptus elf hunter. There we go.
Oh, he is great. Really, really good. Christmas traditions in Australia with drop beers. If you don't know about them, jump onto our socials. You can always ask us about it. We've been to Guatemala today. We've been on the edge of Norway. We've been on the edge of Iceland. We have been all around Germany. So there's so many cool traditions that are steeped in mythology and ancient civilizations and have come from thousands of years worth of telling the same sort of thing, and people doing these traditions and sticking by the old ways, I guess. And there's merit.
There's not much here though. You know, it's very hard. You know, this is why we're all kind of Europe up that way.
Oh yeah.
Down here in the South Pacific, there, you know, apart from our drop beer, there's not really anything down here at all. There's no Aboriginal stuff. There's no Māori stuff. There's just not that kind of stuff. And any traditions that have come here have, you know, which are, they're not really kind of held, yeah.
Yeah, and also like because the cultures down here, Aboriginal culture, Pacific Island, Polynesian, they don't do Christmas. Christmas is just not a thing. Yeah. They don't have any of that sort of mythology, and it's always it's warm down here, and even in wintertime, it's still not that bad. So you know, we don't get to like -60 freezing points where we actually have to, you know, fear for our lives essentially. So it's I guess those traditions are born out of desperation, right, and protection.
Survival and fear, and
100%.
And lessons learned, I suppose. You know, it's like, well, so and so didn't feed the beast, so she froze to death. You know, she didn't knit herself she didn't weave some new garments. You know, it's pretty brutal.
It's brutal. Yeah, that's it, and that's the making of mankind, right? And the survival of mankind and our evolution, if you want to put it like that. So I find this sort of stuff really fascinating to delve into, and the connections that can be made across different countries and different mythologies, and these sort of stories and stuff. So
how they all compass the supernatural stuff that we talk about, isn't it? Even today. Where, you know, like you got local legends like your goat men and stuff like that are seen around the world. Like goat man's everywhere. You know, and then you hear about these old traditions and the description of what these, you know, entities or whatever are, and you're like, oh, that's like a goat man, or that's a you know, like the one that gives you the dreams and gives you, you know, presses on you.
The German
The
Alp.
Alp, the German Alp, yeah, he basically sits on you and you're frozen, you can't do anything, and that stuff kind of happens today, and there's always a scientific reason for it. It's going, oh, it's this and this, but back then it was seen this. So is it like we're saying, is it a combination of two, or is it something that has just been going on for a long time? And
yeah, for sure. Or just labeled something different. Like we'll
labeled something
label it
different.
as a poltergeist or a hat man or a
Yeah,
goat man, but actually the goat man is just Krampus because he's been around for a shitload longer than the goat man,
yeah,
the
yeah,
10th
yeah,
century. What about those little guys that I was talking about? The little trolls, the
yeah,
winter
yeah.
trolls,
The
right?
cool.
Those, do you
Yeah.
want to try and say their name?
No, he's the Cali trolls. I'm going to call them the Cali
Yeah.
trolls.
I mean, and those guys have been around for years and years and years. They're called the Kallikantzaroi. And they've been around since ancient Greece times.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
they literally look like little Krampus, little satyrs with the long tongue and the claws and the horns. So goat man, anyone? Is it
yeah,
not the same entity revised into
yeah,
a
yeah, yeah.
modern tradition or a modern kind of
And
science?
that's it. They blame Christianity on, well, they don't blame it, but they say Christianity's got a big part in these creatures and stuff. But they all predate Christianity, and this is the
Sure.
crazy thing.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Christianity has pulled on pieces of it and gone, oh yeah, now it's a demon. But back then there are these like entities or these creatures that weren't seen as demonic. They were
Yes.
just seen as warnings, or that's it. They come into your house, but the Christian side comes into it. Everything becomes demonic. Um, but it's there's this real kind of way before all that kind of stuff, and that's the most amazing thing, and that's what I really love. It's like the stuff that predates the Christianity and that kind of stuff. It's like, this is what we look at. What's that connection to what people are seeing now? What's that connection to the paranormal and the supernatural stuff that people are basically encountering now? It's
And
the
I
same
love that,
thing.
Jules, because you don't have to go through that religious timeline, right? You can go around that
Go
and
around
take a
it.
different timeline like we have done and gone, okay, ancient Greece and civilizations all the way through to modern day today without any religion, be it Islam, be it Christianity, be it Mormonism, any of that aside. Like we
Yeah,
can come straight through to modern day traditions and actually talk about what the sightings are and how that kind of connects back into ancient societies. It's
yeah,
cool.
yeah.
It's
There's
so
some
cool.
pretty awesome stuff, and I think the more, like saying, the more we dive into these subjects, and we'll find something that really piques our interest, and we tend to kind of go a little bit deeper,
Yeah.
and then those other connections come out, and that's the cool thing, and that's the cool thing about working with women in this industry, and some of the guys, we always say the women, but the women that are working within this industry, have a real connection to that supernatural,
Yeah.
to those cryptids and stuff, and it's a completely different connection to what men have, and we've always said, it's that real kind of split of how we do stuff. A guy's like really methodical, right? We're going to go in, we're going to do this and this, whereas a woman will go in with a more spiritual,
Yeah.
and that kind of side. And the same goes with these Christmas traditions and stuff. But I always find it really interesting. It's the woman, as they're seen as the hags and these creatures that come in and do the most damage. You're like, where are the guys? There's a few guys in, like the Krampus and that kind of stuff, but it's the women that come in, and more than likely they're kind of seen as these old hags.
Yeah.
And they come in, they're the shapeshifters, the hags, and they come in and they deal this punishment, or they'll look after you. They're protectors of the women and the children and of prosperity and health, and so it's cool seeing these like little connections come up.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. And women and men look at things totally different, right? We
Yeah,
do anyway in normal life, and we should, because we're totally different beings and entities, and we connect differently to energy and to earth and whatever else. When it comes to the supernatural or these sort of mythologies and that sort of stuff, you're absolutely right. When there's no wrong and there's no bad, there's only different. And what we should be doing is going, okay, cool, you see it like this and you go into it in this way, I see it like this and going into it this way. How can we then cross back over How can I use your strengths, and how can I use your strengths to put together and become really like as one, like really unified and really, really strong. And that's what we're trying to do at Crypto Women's Society, where we go, you know what, ladies, let's build your confidence, let's build your skill set, let's build your ability to research, to investigate, to connect correctly, and to communicate that. And then let's kind of put you back together and see what happens then. Because all of a sudden you then have this balance, right? You've got this balance of intent and balance of energy and balance of ability. And then everyone can actually kind of swish together a lot easier and meld. So I'm real excited about kind of what's going to happen next year. You know, we've got the likes of one of our members, our very first founding member, Lacey, is on a podcast. I think she's filming today, in fact. She's doing, fantastic. She's doing keynote speaking engagements. She's been invited to come and do a community workshop on our Appalachian cryptids. So that's really fantastic. So there's lots of things happening. She is one of many women in our society that are doing phenomenal things. And so I'm really excited to see what's going to kind of come in 2026 with all of our members kind of feeling that confidence and having that skill kind of upskilling so that they can go and do all of these things and feel really good about it. So I'm excited, man.
Just got to get through Christmas.
So
excited for Christmas.
Also, Crypto Women's Society has got some really cool discounts coming. So keep your eyes peeled for the Christmas time discounts and the deals and the goodies. And more importantly, next week, same bat time, same bat channel, 12 p.m. New Zealand time, 6 p.m. Eastern, Monday night for you guys. Tuesday afternoon or morning for us. We will have a glass of something amazing. There's my picture of my glass of something amazing.
There we go.
There we go. We will be inviting all of our podcasting friends to come and live stream all at the same time for our virtual Christmas party. We will have goodies, we will have giveaways, we will have discounts. We will have a shitload of fun. You will hear stories from their podcast, things that have like totally impacted their year, really good things, really weird things, the strangest of the strange, and hopefully they will drop a couple of cool little secrets just for you. What is happening to them in 2026? I'm excited.
We've got to declare something that's going on next year. So it's gonna be so cool.
Wait, do you know something that I don't know?
Maybe.
Oh my God, she does. Look at that eyebrow going up. She's got secrets, everyone. Really, it's got secrets. No, it's going to be so awesome. And we're going to break the internet. We're going to take over the internet. We're going to be streaming on every single social media platform that we own, including all of our podcast friends. So you have got to subscribe, put on the notifications, and get your ass here next week. Yep. Thank you, everyone, for joining. That was fantastical. Juliet, do you have anything that you need to say and leave the people wanting more?
No. Don't just drink alcohol next week. No.
Oh my God, bring your own.
I know this time of the season is absolutely insane for everybody. And if you can't make it next week and you don't catch up with us until next year, we wish you a very Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays. Be safe, take care of yourselves, enjoy the holidays. Don't stress. That's my motto for next year. Don't stress the small stuff. And have a really big bonfire and burn that shit.
Burn it down.
And if you're going to do that, let us know, because we'll just send you some PDFs of some stuff that we want you to throw in.
You can just print it off and pop it in. Also, speaking of what Juliet's talking about really quickly, so next week is our last live that we're going to be doing with all of our friends, and then they will be premieres on every Tuesday. So we will still be releasing content every Tuesday, same time, same bat channel, through December, through January, but they will be our premiered interviews that we have done with amazing people. So definitely worth a watch on those ones as well. We've got doctors coming from NASA. We've got, oh my God, Chupacabra. If you're interested in the Chupacabra, you have got to come and listen to that one. Heather Amaro from Expedition X is going live very soon. Oh gosh, we've also got alien abductions, generational alien abductions, people that you will know. Yeah, just let's say that people that you will know. So definitely pop in and watch those premieres because they'll be awesome. And we'll see you next week. And if we don't see you next week, we'll see you in January at some point.
Come on, and dress up. Even if we can't see you, send us some photos.
Oh my God,
dress up. Send us some photos on the live. Everyone get dressed up, and even if it's a bit of tinsel on your head, do it, guys. It'll be so much fun. And bring your beer, bring your wine, or if you don't drink, bring your mocktails with you. And
and it'll be awesome because there'll be viewers from everyone's podcast. So it'll be
from around the world. It's gonna be insane. So
I can't wait, man. I'm so excited for this. All right. Hey, we're going to sign off. We love you all to pieces. Thank you everyone for joining us today. We hope you got a little bit of interest out of that, maybe some diamonds that you put in your back pocket and pull out a later date. If you ever go to a quiz night, now you know the Hoodeldoof.
Hoodefuk. Hoodefuk. That.
Hidden people of Iceland. I know those guys. And we love you all to pieces, and we will see you really, really soon. Big kisses. Thanks for sticking with us. See y'all. Okay, bye.
Jingle bells, Batman smells.
Robin laid an egg. Wonder Woman. Oh no, wait, no, that's the wrong one. No, I'll sing. Jingle bells, Batman smells. Robin ran away. Wonder Woman did a fart and blew up the USA.
I don't know if you guys know that one.
That's the song that my 4-year-old is singing at kindy right now.
And that's what we used to sing as kids. So
Wonder Woman did a fart and blew up the USA. Okay. Sorry, everyone in America. We love you to pieces.
If you need the lyrics, just let us know. We'll send them.
You can pop that one in your devil and burn him as well. Love you to pieces.